welcome back everyone to the ZukoCast, episode 7. I think we're on episode 7. Today, joining me, DeathRepelled, aka Focus, aka Cody King, the rapper and the scratcher in the day of old. My friend.
My life is over.
It's over, you say?
Yeah. Since I've gotten here, I've been severely disillusioned in my own life. How did I get here, you know?
Yeah.
Where did I start? And where am I going?
I mean, you're here on the ZukoCast, a podcast that plays to six, count them, 6 patrons.
Hi.
They're all. I'm sure they're listening.
to move.
I'm sure someone's listening to us. I hope. Is anyone
You
listening
don't
to
mind
us?
that I move.
You move. Nah, you're good. You're good. There's a box of masks back here, by the way. If you're not feeling your face and you just want to like wear something else, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah,
It's up
feel
to
my
you.
face when I'm with you.
Ooh, I can't feel my yeah. That's
Okay,
a good one.
All
All right.
Relax,
All right.
Okay. No, I like this one.
Yeah, no
Okay.
face. It's kind of a move.
It's like a bleach thing or something. I don't know.
It's an anime thing. I think it's Spirited Away. By the way, I didn't mention this. The camera is right here. This is the camera. So throughout the interview, if you want to say hi to the camera, it's in the corner right here.
I was talking all the way over here.
Yeah, no. That's the camera right there.
Oh, hi. You're just looking beautiful today, aren't you? You little scamp. Okay.
Bro, I don't know how to give myself good fireworks. Dang, that's unfortunate. Anyways, dude.
Yeah.
Of course I know you. We've known each other for quite a long time through the internet. We met through Scratch. We've both been making music for pretty much the same amount of time.
When'd you start?
2014, I think.
I was like ever so slightly before you.
Wait, let me check
Hey.
my Audio Tool website because that's when I like really started.
I don't really know like exactly when. I just know that I like for sure it was like in 2013. I wasn't like good yet though in 2013. I'm not here to mistake
Oh
you
yeah.
or
Oh yeah.
fool you.
Let's see. First track, Bazooka, released.
I will be eating cookies for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, is this 2015? Okay, so yeah, I guess I started a little bit before this in 2014. Yeah, damn. You've got more time on me for sure. That's the camera. And I use FL Studio. I'm fairly certain both of us use FL Studio.
He's lying. There's more cameras.
That's not the case actually. Oh, put that back.
I trust you and believe. Don't worry.
There's no more cameras in here. With this painting, there's nothing spooky, man. Nothing
You
spooky
think-
here.
You think I don't think that I know, but I do. All right, let's say things. Let's say some word. Let's say some
check out
words,
this
my
stick.
dude.
Look at this stick. This is a really nice stick.
What about those words? Let's say some words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Words indeed
Yeah.
must be spoken.
They
I have a question for you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Before we get to, I want to start towards the beginning before we get into like newer music, newer things like that. What would you say are some of your inspirations that keeps you what would you say drives you in music sense? Do you have anyone
Musically.
specific that kind of got you your start?
My start? No. Well,
Right.
it's, okay. So it's funny.
Was it kind of all
because-
on your own, just like intuition then?
Like I see. Yeah, oh, okay. Hold on. Actually, to be kind of fair, this is actually funny. I don't think about it that often, but like the reason I have FL Studio and the reason I made, the reason I guess I was making rap beats, they were both because of the epic rap battles of history.
Oh yeah.
Because he shouted out FL in one of the epic rap battles, and I was like, no, that's a thing I could use. So I'm gonna download it, and I did. Got good early.
Wow.
Yeah, I got okay. Early.
Yeah, you got a very good head start because of that. All because of ERB, right?
2013.
ERB,
Yeah, I was like,
those days.
I never even like. I don't think about that.
FL12
often.
was still a new thing back then.
Like, I usually think that I just like started like making beats. Well, I've always been into poetry, so like the reason why I rap has nothing to do with epic rap out as a history. That's just kind of a thing.
That's what got you the production. That's what started your production history, though.
Yeah.
That's something both me and you share.
I can't say that that's something I thought. Yeah.
Self-produced, my friend. Feels good. FL Studio. Oh, what started me on FL Studio? I want to say, well, what I started on was Audio Tool, which was just a audio making program, and I got into hip hop. I want to say starting with like Hobson. Yeah, so I was like edgy teenager listening to like Ill Mind 4, 5, 6, 7. I was super into the Ill Mind series and
when did you
some
like
of
first
Hobson's.
discover Hobson?
That was, I want to say, 2013. He was one of the first rappers that I actually like learned about. Mac Miller was among the first as well, but Mac Miller was the first person I went to and saw a concert. But Hobson was the first dude. I really don't remember why I downloaded FL Studio. It was after I was making music on this like beginners program for a while, similar to how Scratch works, but for music. And I just downloaded FL Studio. I think I just like Googled what was the best to use.
So yours was more intuition, I guess. Well, it was more just kind of like it had less to do with historical rap battling.
Yes, it did have less to do with historical rap battling. I don't know if I'd call it my own intuition. I feel like there was definitely some inspirations with a lot of just like I just found my way into rap music over time, and I think I would say Scratch. I would really honestly credit like a good portion of my creativity today to Scratch.
Yeah, technically, I made a beat in I'm horrible at conversation, so if it sounds like I'm cutting you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say that both of us started. We met each other in Scratch. To those who don't know, scratch.mit.edu is a programming website. It's. I think I'll speak for myself and say that my old Scratch projects were quite cringe champ. So if you want to see some wonderfully cringe champ projects from when I was like 15 to 18, I made projects up to like 18, 19 years old. Shit, I made a project this year. Dang it. Sorry. Sorry to cut you cutting me off.
Yeah, don't do that. That's
Cutception.
It's too meta. It's too meta. Bad things happen when you think you do too many of a thing, and then someone else does the thing. You give it. I can't even explain it. It is just wrong. It is wrong and bad. Stop.
I'm sorry.
But back to Hobson. So like the first, I guess the artists that because I think I didn't really get to the point of your question. The artists that kind of, I guess, inspired me to keep going or to really push it further. First of all was Eminem, 2014.
Yeah.
Or I think it was when he dropped Rap God, and my brother played it in the car in 2013, and I was just like, any song you play, I'm just gonna not like automatically. I don't even know why you're trying with me. But then I was like, wait a second, I'm gonna look this up later. And then that very quickly became one of my favorite songs. It's not like the first. It is not even close to the first rap song I've downloaded, but it was one of the first.
It was like a
that
defining.
I really, at least in my high school. Okay, just a little detour here. I used to have very few songs on an iPod. I never really had a lot of songs.
Okay.
But But in high school, because I wasn't really listening to music, I happened to listen to music, or I'll go on YouTube, see a song, and it'll pop up when I hear it because it's like, oh, you like that song? You want to hear it again? I'm like, sure, I'll hear it again. And that's how I that's how I found music, was just through YouTube. But yeah, at that point, like after hearing Rap God, I skyrocketed. I was just like, oh my gosh, hip hop is just is amazing.
Yeah.
And then, oh god, yeah,
That's when you start finding people like Hobson and.
That is here's how it went. Okay, it was Eminem, and then I found Futuristic just by chance.
Futuristic. That's an old name I haven't heard. I think he has like he's up there for sure.
Super talented.
And
yeah,
he's different.
And then
and Hobson I think had a. And
downfall. Then it was Hobson. Yeah.
Hobson had a definitely an interesting like character arc. His character arc quite an interesting one.
I think he's gonna come back.
You think so? I think it's the right era for it. Yeah.
Well, but yeah. And so Hobson was like the third artist back in 2015 when artists were like, "Oh, wait a few months. Oh, I found a new artist. Wait a few months."
Yeah.
After a while, I just start finding new artists like every week. I'm like, I need more now.
That's the 2020 look right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, I was patient. I was just like, I really enjoy this album.
Yeah.
It has flaws, but I love it. Now I'm like if any part of it is bad, I hate it. And it sucks.
It's like moving on.
Yeah, because he was like on Spotify. Back then, I literally had to buy things like to hear it on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it better that way, honestly, because I buy it, or I'll buy songs on an iTunes album, and then I'll be like, oh, and if I buy a song, it makes the album price go down, so that when I can have enough money, I can buy the whole album, and that was so exciting. And now nothing's exciting about music.
It's all
anymore,
right on your fingertips. It's all there.
No.
It's all right there. Now it's just it's just praying to the algorithm gods is what it is now.
Yeah, basically. We'll touch on Hobson really quick before we move on. Yeah, Hobson, he's always been talented, and that's why I think he always has a chance to. I mean, he didn't really fall off, but
no, he didn't. He's got his niche at this point.
In fact, I would say that he's kind of hit the mark many times, but he has yet to really like impress critics or like general audiences.
Yeah.
You know, because like he's gotten their attention, but most of the time people are like, "Ah, he's kind of corny," or like, "Ah, his full album is really not that good."
Yeah.
But like with some of the stuff he's dropping recently, I think.
Bro, I was a full album Hobson listener too. Like I would listen to his entire albums. Like I was excited. I was one of the people that was excited for them to drop. Like I was watching it, like, and I enjoyed those times. I think he was definitely like that was my version of like punk music, like,
yeah,
that was my emo phase.
Well, the funny thing about like why I like Hobson and Futuristic, it really didn't have to do with like. To me, it had nothing to do with being emo or just like, cause like the kind of Hobson I was listening to wasn't raw. It was Pound Syndrome that had like just came out.
Pound Syndrome, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, so when that came out, actually the first song I heard of his was "Sag My Pants" on YouTube, and then
oh my god, I can still sing that.
Such a catchy song. And then I had heard or seen that he had an album called Pound Syndrome, so I would listen to that during high school, like during like stupid boring classes where you do work, and I'm like, God, this is so boring. But I'll have Hobson playing in the background, and then things will catch my ear, where I'm not even listening to him being punk or him being emo. I'm just like, this sounds really good, like so good,
dude.
Like,
I love some of his A1 shit.
A1. And I've heard so many songs at this point that I can go back and say it's still good. Like his production.
No doubt.
Fantastic.
It's aged interestingly, I feel like. But every time if someone pulls on some Hobson, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a throwback. But no, people will try to like I guess I've heard a lot of negative. I've heard more negative than positive about him lately, and I just haven't heard much from him in general. So I've been out of the loop. I can't really say anything because I've been out of the loop on his. But no doubt, going back to his classic music, it's respectable as fuck.
Yeah, and okay, so I guess I'll kind of I'll be a little selfish and talk about me for a second in 2015 because that's 2015 is when I started getting kind of serious, and when I say kind of, I mean I've released one song as of 20 two songs as of 2015. Oh God. And it's been 5 years since I really actually I recorded in 2014. So, but the point is that like 2015 was like when I really like I started listening to music. I started figuring out like I could make songs. Didn't do it that often. I'd made a lot of beats, wrote a lot of hooks, verses, but recording, I was so uncomfortable, and I still am today. So, I know. But yeah, that's 2015 was the big year.
That was a big year right there. I think I would agree. I think 2015 was a big turning point for myself as well. And yeah, that's awesome though, dude. You have been making music for so long, but we contrast in that I've been releasing music.
Oh yeah.
Like and I'll look back at my music and I'll still be like, oh, this is kind of trash, but I still put it out. You on the other hand,
I'll go back and listen to your music. I'll be like, dude, that was like crazy for like, oh my God, you made that and put it out and it's good, like,
bro. And I'll sit here and get cringeworthy about it, but I'm still happy that I pushed it out at the time. But there's a different like it's you seem to have a different approach.
the lazy one. Well, it's partial laziness, but yeah.
Well, I just want to vouch real quick and say like I would think one of the few people that's really listened to your music improve over the last like 5-6 years, and like, dude, your flow's gotten better, your production's gotten better, and you haven't been releasing things, but you've been making things, and
yes, still not on the recording side as much. Actually, no, more so this year.
But well, the recording, and I mean, I think that in that like the only thing that's gotten me so comfortable with recording is because I just do it. It's just like how you just produce, you just make stuff. Recording is the same thing. It starts off awkward, it may start off hard to do, but you get into it real fast. Especially when you like, for a little while I was in a studio, and I would want to spend my time wisely in there, and so you really get on it when that shit's happening. What was this in well, I do want to ask, am I mistaken? Do you have any tracks released currently? Because you've released tracks and brought them back and released them. And released new ones. I've heard like all that unreleased shit, like, and I think you've got some great stuff that was out too.
I've had like, in total, I've had like, let me see, it's either 2 or 3 songs total, and the only one that remains, because I had a song called The Tribute, which, by the way, was a fire song. I know that was good, I just didn't record it super well, and there was like so much layering, and the mix was like just so much mixing, you know what I mean? Not like
it was extra
simple,
amounts
like
of
it was
mixing.
a lot. I put a lot of, I just did all I possibly could, and I was like, and I just didn't, I wasn't experienced at that point. But as of now, The Tribute, really sad Eminem type song, not there anymore. Even though the numbers were not bad, 360, or it was like 500 views at this point. The only song I have currently out is called I Don't Have, and that's from like 2016.
Bro,
yeah,
gotta get that. You gotta get some new tracks out.
Dude, that's we can talk about that in a second. But
oh yes, I need to get you like featured on upcoming tracks, because I've I've done stuff with you, and we've worked on music in the past, and even that music, we never get it done. We gotta get some stuff released, my friend.
And it was like it was good too. It was like getting there. But there was
yeah,
the thing is
the flow
like
between.
about
Yeah, we had that idea for that one thing. It was an interesting experience because it's like I've never been a huge fan of like the beats, like you just kind of pick out a beat. Though the one we had was good. It was a good beat.
That's because okay, you know, when I like doing contests even though they stress me out and I don't submit all the time. And the funny thing is, the one time I submitted to a contest after I bought the beat and everything, like the video I did for it was so like rushed and bad. At one point, I was on vacation. I don't know why I'm always on vacation when a contest happens, but anyways, that's just know that happens typically. But I was on vacation and I was like, oh, I need to record this. I think I recorded it before I went on the vacation, but I need to make a video, and part of it was just me showing footage of like, oh, there's a thing to look at. There's a thing to look at. Conceptually, that's not a bad idea. But then at some point, I was like, I took a video of me with my shirt off in the bathroom. And I was like, I'm not trying to look cool. I don't really know what I was going for. But that was like,
I've got
put
some
those
old,
things together.
I've got some old stuff like that.
Picture that as a video, and then it's like, yeah, I did not try that for that video at all.
Yeah. Whenever you're in a bathroom, unless that bathroom is like a stage built bathroom,
oh yeah,
you could be trying harder.
If you find yourself in a bathroom, you need to evaluate yourself as a conscious human,
as a content creator
with a
as
video.
well.
Like if you're putting yourself
as
on
an
video
artist
in the bathroom,
yeah,
you could be in the bathroom normally. You can just go to you can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you don't have to question yourself going to the bathroom.
There, like you gotta. I don't care if it's for a TikTok either. Get out.
No, like there's so many other places. Like, dude, like spend the money on a larger mirror, so that you can like look like you're serious.
Upgrade your bathroom before you take videos in it.
Oh man, but no, I feel you, cause there's, and I assume this was like a project where it's like a video song like combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. I remember we were talking about the one we had that idea for just like a story that combined, but we recorded it at 2 different locations. Don't stop the recording. No.
Is that what that does?
No. It's a fake button recording start. I mean, it's totally real. When I hit this button, it links up to the camera and turns on the camera that's right here.
But when I press it,
no, it's got a security on it. It's only my hand it works with. Do you want some cake, by the way?
Thanks for giving me anxiety.
Do you want some cake, by the way?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you totally thought that like you just turned the recording off.
I didn't feel that bad, but I was like, oh, that's inconvenient. It's no longer it's just not.
Oh yeah, that there's just a button there to turn it off.
It's just there. You know I'm gonna press stuff. That's your fault.
No, this room is safe. You could blow the camera up and you'd be good. Like.
Trying to.
No, dude. So before now we both started music around the same time. You started a little bit earlier than me, but we started in Scratch. That's where we met each other. And I don't know. I want to see when you joined, because I don't think we started around the same time.
2011.
8 years, 10 months. Let's see. I'm basically, I just want to see which one of us started first. I got you by 6 months.
You're earlier 6 months?
I am. Yeah, you're 8 years and what was it? 10 months. 8 years, 10 months. I am 9 years, 5 months.
Damn.
Regardless, I'm. This is no competition. This is like we go back on this. Like
you go even like that's crazy. You went further back.
And I mean, if you go all the way back to the beginning projects, we're talking like middle school. Like my first project is called Song Downloads. Oh my god, my first project is literally me pirating music to people. What a legend.
Well, that's goat status.
Wii
right
Shop
there.
menu, haha, boss battle. I'm a scat man.
That's disappointing.
I
I'm
I
gonna
sh-
you.
Do you
Oh my
remember that
god.
song was big? That song was big, man.
Yeah,
Everybody on Scratch was playing that song too. Like that was the song to play. Perry
it's
Grip.
not my bad.
Perry Grip. Do you know Perry Grip?
Harry Grip. I've probably heard the name.
He made
Yeah.
the hamster song. There's the
Yeah,
taco
yeah, no,
song.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
raining tacos from
yeah.
out of the
Harry Grip.
sky.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I was
this
like,
dude capitalized on catchy kid songs. Like he also made the oh
I hate that song, by the way.
the
I just
Hoagie
I wanna
Fest
put that
theme.
out
He
there.
made the Hoagie Fest theme. Bro, I
Like,
used
I
to
hate
listen
that song with
in
passion.
middle
I just wanna
school.
put
In
that.
middle school, I used to listen to his music unironically.
Perry Grip.
I used to listen to Perry Grip unironically. Like I had him on the
That's-
iPad,
Oh my gosh.
iPod. Yeah,
Bruh.
it was bad. It was bad. I lived in a cave, and then I found Hobson, and I stopped listening to Perry Grip.
I just noticed you have an accent. That's like not my accent.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Not that one. No.
No. What do you want about? Eh? Listen,
No.
listen. It's just cause
Like,
I'm upside
Very
down.
slight. Like I might be wrong and dumb, but like very slight Jersey-ish.
I am from Pennsylvania, so maybe I guess I have an
Yeah,
Eastern
who are you
accent.
talking? Who are you talking to that's from Jersey, bro?
I guess there's probably a decent amount of people that I know that are from Jersey.
When I go through my projects, it's like, oh, I was trying to find one from like 2011 or 2012. I did find one from 2011. It's called Hit Miss Sticky.
Ooh.
It's where you click the stick and it goes push, and that's it.
That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Oh, and I gotta tell you something. There was in 2012, I revolutionized not only an idea but stealing someone else's idea. But that's what Scratch is about, is remixing
Honestly,
other
that's
people's projects.
yeah. I found that
But,
like it could have been. It can be a great learning tool, or it can just be like a fame haven, like where
Like-
kids are just like follow for follow. I still get that
Oh,
on my
yeah.
page. Ugh.
People still ask me about like a project, like, hey, can you update, or like, oh, can you put this in the next update? I'm like, I didn't update it
Right.
to begin with. I
Bro.
made one version of that, and I left it alone.
The people are waiting for Boxpocalypse 5. Bro, this isn't right.
And then okay, but it's crazy. There was a different project I made that was called Solid Money, and I've been obsessed with it for the longest time because it was basically because people on Scratch were really getting on that what do you call it, like the clicker wave before
Yes.
clickers even got as big as they did.
Scratch was
is
a
kinda crazy.
it was revolutionary, dude. Shit was on Scratch before anything else.
Like, I'm sure the person who made Cookie Clicker didn't see my or any of their projects when they made that. I'm just saying we did it first.
Yeah,
Probably.
we did.
Probably not.
No, because
Probably
that.
not, but we-
No, I feel like we
something.
did because think about how easy it is to make a clicker game in Scratch. You get
Yeah,
a
I mean,
you
they
get a
definitely did it
relatively
better.
talented person to make such an easy game, and you can make a good clicker game in Scratch, like a solid one. It's like yes, that was 100% one of the big. I'm pretty sure I made a few clicker games in my day.
I was obsessed with making like new versions of my own clicker game.
One of the biggest games I made was it was like alchemy. It was like where you have to combine elements and then make new elements. It's one of those types of games where you like combine like air and water makes steam, earth and water makes, I don't know, planet,
I
etc.
know that kind of game that is, but not like on Scratch.
It's like a
I haven't
matching
heard of that.
game. It's like a tech tree matching.
I like
game.
that idea though. Yeah.
I did that with Scratchers,
I
and it
thought
was
it was an
like
app
it
for
was
that.
like basically it was like this Scratcher is like these two Scratchers combined, and the whole idea is you have to combine Scratchers. And if you went on it nowadays, you'd have no idea what the combinations were, because
Don't
it's
think
like,
of the implications of that too much.
it was what?
Don't think of the implications of that too much or too hard.
What the? Oh,
Combining scratchers.
oh, it was literally like, like the amount.
Everything's better when you don't think really hard about it.
Oh man, now it's making me question Scratch's like legitimacy as a learning website.
Learning. It's just for kids like we were to just. Be like, oh, we're not doing anything inappropriate. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're just making memes on this website.
Making memes about fish.
Bro, Will Smith fish. If y'all
We made a meme. So if you've ever seen a meme, we figured out how it's done. You just abused your power. That's it.
Yeah. Bro, it's so sad. It's true. We kind of experience. Tell me that like Scratch isn't like a mini YouTube community.
Yo, like okay. Yeah, no, it really is.
It prepared us for like how kind of bullshit like YouTube and all these other like websites can be. Like even a website it should have prepared us, because even with how like rule oriented and like how safe and educational they try to keep Scratch, you know how Scratch is.
I do know, but it's crazy. Like I always think about like I always ask this question, like, how do I get famous? It's really not that hard. It's all about execution. But
yeah.
And then I realized I literally, and this was before I had like thousands of views on my top viewed project. I went back after a few years and I was like, I have 5 projects that have over 10,000 views as of right now, and some of them are the dumbest thing I've ever made. That's crazy. Like,
it's like, what? Do I really want to be famous? Like what, it's gonna make
basically
everything stupid that I make will be put on blast.
That too. But it's just the fact that it's way easier than you think. It's all about momentum.
Honestly, it 100% is 100%. I've actually been purposely less momentous. Like I'll take breaks and shit just because I'm not trying to ride those kind of waves. It
stays there too. Like people are still. There would be times where I was active and people weren't commenting or like responding, and I just go away for a few years and come back and people are like, hey bro, I love your weird random tutorial. I'm like, where are you coming from?
Yeah,
I thought I was dead.
Nah, dude, I get you can check my channel like my page like every couple of days and you'll see a new follow for follow, or just some kid like, oh my god, he's dead.
Oh my god.
Cool999 is dead. Are you dead? Wait, I love that question, though. Have you gotten asked that question? Are you dead?
People are like, oh yeah, he's dead. They'll just comment on my profile.
Yeah,
this guy's
for you. Like they don't like they reply for you. Like, dude, this person's.
No one even said it.
It's like
I just want everyone to know this guy dead.
Yeah.
Don't even ask. Not worth it.
Okay, guys, I'm the coroner. I'm just here to announce this guy as dead. Like, this
guy's not coming back.
Nothing to see here, boys. I'll comment on those. I'll comment on those comments, and I'll be like, yeah, dude, this. I can't argue with that one.
Like, you're right.
You're right.
What did I say to the last guy that said? Last guy. They did actually say that. Are you dead? And I said, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
I didn't think of anything funnier to say.
Oh, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Can't believe Cool999 actually died. RIP. Underneath, Bacteria999, a true fan. Really? Question mark. I need to make a YouTube video just reading comments from this. Like, it goes, like, this is honestly the gold that comes from it.
Thumbnail, famous on a different website.
Right. Oh my, oh man,
That's what I mean. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to real quick. Was that like, if you can get Scratch popular, you have to think like if you are able to do that, then you should be able to do that on YouTube. Except it's a little more difficult.
Well,
you have to.
Well, here's the thing, though. You want to know what? Do you know what? You want to know what? Like gave me my momentum. Like what started it all?
Well, tell me. Come on.
I got curated by one of the curators. That's what started it.
Too weak.
That's literally
to get curated to keep going. I put out a project called Bloons Shooter, and like nothing I was making before was getting any views because I wasn't good. I didn't put out anything great. But I had a game where you would like there's an arm that you move and the arm will just like or wave around,
And you
and
just like shoot
follow your
balloons.
cursor and you shoot balloons, and I got the slightest amount of like more views. I got like more views than I would have, and like the moment that happened, I was like, oh, I see. Okay. And then ever since then, I would just get more and more views because I would keep adapting and learning, like I guess the algorithm, and
Yeah.
I would literally at some point in time learn how to like catch people's attention with thumbnails.
The right time to post the videos, like the most prime times.
Oh no, I didn't learn that.
I learned
never-
about that shit, man. I was even learning about like the right tag. Actually, no, I didn't. I always put dumb shit in the tags just because I did not care.
Oh yeah. No, dude, like I put there's sorry, but there's this one project that I have called dot dot dot. Okay. None of the tags are relevant to anything, and the description is just a bunch of nonsense, and it has 1,339 views. It's just me going and people are like, LOL, and they're like and I'm like, why'd you click this? The thumbnail sucks. It's gray. What's wrong with you?
Bro,
What is wrong?
yeah. I used to love making these projects though, man. I really enjoyed it. Like I felt like I was getting something out of it. And whether I feel like that what that was is kind of community. But I feel like Scratch also did push this feeling of like I guess people could abuse it who are just really power hungry. And kind of just made stuff for those views, which a lot of people were doing, myself included.
Yeah, me too. It's there's nuance to it because like a lot of times I'll have ideas for games and I want to put out like a trailer or like just a still and be like, this game coming soon, and it's like I haven't even started development on it.
Yeah.
Or like I just like had a good idea.
It's just, but it's like people are gonna be like, ooh.
Ooh.
Wait.
They were like, wow. I'm like, yeah, no, there's not a thing there. Don't get excited.
I even started a couple collabs in Scratch, and they never went to fruition because of like. I mean, Will Smith Fish is kind of like a collab that never reached fruition. It was more of a statement, I feel like.
Here's to the listeners. We had a great idea.
It was
for a
yeah. We
collaboration.
literally
It
were
was-
just
it was-
like yeah.
Toppled the website with this idea. It was so great. I'm not even gonna lie. It was my idea, but like I wanted to bring it to other people because I'm not like the best writer. But like, yo, I wasn't the best writer. Anyways, point is, crazy idea where all the most popular people on this Scratch website would come together and we would write a mini series called Scratch Island, which I'm pretty sure was this guy named Wazoo. He did something like that afterwards, but nothing like the original concept. He kind of like did a very Wazoo, just meme.
He made a spin-off. He did. It was that Scratch War. Like it was the end of Scratch, and he had Gobo like take over the Scratch headquarters. It was really well made. It was awesome.
But we had a big collaboration. The only reason it didn't happen was because you doing some.
Huh?
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
It,
going on with you.
what with me?
Yeah.
Was I not active in it?
Nah, you were active. See, this is here. Let me clue you in. Is this pointing directly to where it's pointing?
Yeah.
Or is it
No,
just-
it's
like
you're
pointing
like
that
looking
direction?
up at the camera right now. You're fine.
Okay. Me and this dude over here had some creative differences. Okay, that's what happened. We were beefing for like a couple seconds.
We've beefed a few times in the past. Yeah. I remember
really.
I dropped that. No, it wasn't like hard beef. It wasn't like
No, no,
hard
no, no,
beef.
no.
I remember I dropped that one like mini diss track
You dropped it on who?
on you.
When? What?
I made a song called Mistakes. And it was like way back, and it was like one little part
Hold
where
on.
I just like,
I need to go see this now.
what you gotta hear like the little
I have to
Zuko.
hear it.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like, you call
sorry.
yourself a king, you ain't nowhere from the crown, or some shit like that.
I heard that song and I'm like, yo, this song is dope. I didn't get that it was a. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Wait, what's your SoundCloud right now? Because I'm trying to look up like all the
It's
different things you
it's
could be
Zuko's
called.
world. It's Zuko's world.
That's
Yeah,
what we're on
dude.
right now.
I was like, I forget
Oh no,
why, but I think
Who
I
have
don't
you
even
used?
remember what the beef was about. That's
I
how
don't think
this
it,
shit
I
goes.
think
And yeah,
the
no,
funny thing about that is we probably weren't beefing, but you were like beefing with me, and I'm just I didn't
yeah,
know what was going on.
yeah. No, I can get that way. I can get like people have gotten mad at me because they're like, dude, are you mad at me? I'm like, no. They're like, dude, you're definitely mad at me right now. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Oh, let me see if it's still there. Mistakes. Oh, dude, I loved that track. I'm gonna hear it and listen to it in the background.
Bro.
I loved that track. It's still good.
But what were the creative differences that we had on Scratch Island? I think I do remember like a little bit, but I don't remember. I don't really
Something
remember.
mild. It was just like I think it was the way I don't know because I don't know if the Discord is still there. But
Oh.
anyways, it was something with how we were. Oh, it was who's gonna post it. Who was
Oh.
gonna post it on their channel?
Right.
Yeah. Obviously, I was like, me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm ego.
And then I think
got
I
ego,
was
I'm
trying
like,
to make an argument of like we posted on like the biggest channel for like the biggest views maybe something or some reason to get it on my channel. I was probably more likely.
yeah, that's a good point. We were all pretty stubborn back then.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And that's that's kind of what is like in the past I've led and worked in collabs, worked in and led collabs that have just not gone anywhere. And it's I think it's a dedication thing. It's realizing that when you do a project with more people and you have those like Scratch Island would have been a big like responsibility, I want to say. It would have been a big project to take on. We would have all had to be like putting work in on it. And I guess when it gets like that, you can like any little thing that like if when you're about to put that much work on it, if you don't or if you're not like completely in on the idea, you know, you can be hesitant to like want to work on that shit.
Well, yeah, and like while we were doing this Scratch Island thing, the momentum really had to be there.
Yeah.
And Bobby F was the plug. He basically got everyone together
Yeah,
in
he
the
did.
group.
Bobby F is like he's
He's the
dude.
middleman. He's a Royce to 5'9".
Bobby, he
middleman, you know?
is. He is. He literally knows like everyone on Scratch.
And yeah, he helped us put it together. I just don't think everyone was really as invested. I guess I'm sure you were invested like as much as I was, but that's why we were the ones that were like,
Yeah, we were beefing it out. We were probably it was like a power control. It's like, come on, we're like
because everyone else was like, I don't know,
whatever. I'm just here for the ride. Like
I'm here.
that's
and
another
it.
thing I've noticed is when you try to create a collaboration, and that's something that Scratch I feel like pushed a lot was collaboration.
Yeah.
But the problem
Even
with
though
that is it's typically like one person's in charge and the other person is like featuring on it. I feel like that's what happens in a lot of music nowadays. And if you do make something that's like you both put like equal amounts of work and you both like really both feel like you did like a good amount of the work, that's awesome, but it's rare anymore. Like typically it's like, yo, hop on this track, spit some words.
Yeah.
And that's I feel like that's
pretty
something
rare.
that me and you have had in like that's probably what stopped us from doing collaborations so much, because when we do try to work together, we try to like really like split it up like
Well, no.
we try to go off each other on the rap flows,
yeah.
like that bad versus evil shit. Like
we could literally, we could still do that Bad Meets Evil.
we absolutely could.
They did it, but I don't think like this is obviously all respect to Eminem.
Well now they have. I think Brockhampton is a good example of that feeling where it just goes from one person to the other.
Yeah. When it comes to like competitive, like really trying to up each other's game.
Yeah.
I think like Eminem and Royce to 5'9" were really good at it, but like as a project, they weren't really like doing that on every song. They were kind of like they on a few songs. By the way, I loved that album. I just want to make sure to get a last given in there.
Get a little get like fill me in a little bit on yeah, give me a little bit of the details on that, because that is something that I have had interest in working on with you, and I've heard a few songs, but I haven't listened to the.
Yeah, about to plug something that doesn't exist yet, but I'm gonna say something about Bad Meets Evil, and then what I have planned. All right, check me out here. So I loved Bad Meets Evil songs like A Kiss, like the first song, Welcome to Hell, was it called? Um, and then there was Fast Lane. Now those kinds of songs, I was like, those were so special to me because Eminem, Royce da 5'9", two of the best to do like ever do it, still doing it, are like
Yeah.
going off of each other, and they're not even like, it's not even verse to verse. It's like this person will spit bars, this person will spit bars, and they'll keep going, and then the hook, and then they'll go back to like exchanging lyrics, and then like, you know what I mean? They'll push each other to go harder.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're by yourself, you don't always push yourself in that same way. So for the longest time, I've been trying to get this dude over here to like do one of those kinds of things with me, because I think me and him are on a very similar wavelength when it comes to like we have more unique hyper flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hyper flow.
I agree.
Dude, I'm not a hyper dude, but we got some hyper flow. That's all I'm saying. I used to be a hyper dude though. Don't get me wrong.
No, I think that that probably stems like that probably that's probably part of the hyperflow. You know, it comes from the hyper activity.
ADD.
ADD, my friend.
Can be a gift.
Blessing and a curse. Blessing and a curse. Blessing and a curse.
Really sucks, but you know what? You can make the best out of it. So, but for years, the reason why I don't think we made one, I think, because at some point in time, I was thinking like it's just you. Like, I want to do something, but you're not. You don't want to, or you're not ready. But I think it was both, for different reasons. Like you just, I guess, weren't really into it at the time. You were like, yeah, it's a cool idea, but I'm doing my own music.
Yeah.
And you were actually releasing music, so that's completely understandable. I was not. I was making it and just being like, I'm gonna release this, but I don't.
Bro,
I was
always like really hoping to see like the finished product. Like that's honestly like if there's anything that I can take from those times, and me just kind of not stepping into the projects was just like I just wanted to see you release stuff. I loved hearing your music, but I felt like I felt worried that if we took something on, we wouldn't complete it.
Well, that's the thing, and so back then, I guess I wasn't like I'm always in my head. I'm always stuck in my head, and that's why I don't release music. Is because like even recently,
I feel you.
Dude,
by the way, like I'm here with you on that. Like it's a struggle, but it gets better. Yeah, you know it does.
It does, but like the thing is, I will hammer and days, and I'm like, oh, I just found the perfect flow for this, and then like I'll just have this sinking feeling of like this isn't good enough. Like as a whole, like foundationally, not like I need to improve the flow here and there. I'll be like, this is just not a good idea.
Yeah, and the whole thing, you're just like, I don't like it anymore. Just
I don't like any of this anymore. Like it
let
might
me
be good,
let me
but
just say this. Let me say in kind of rebuttal, but also just like just my own history on that kind of feeling. Like as I said, there are songs I could list out. So I'm not going to list my least favorite songs of mine, but I definitely have songs that I like don't regret posting. But I'm like, if I had like hit my head on that day and never made this song, it's it's no loss. We're good. Like, but those same songs, I've had people tell me that they're their favorite song. And I'll sit there and be like, oh, that's an interesting choice. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, really? That's your favorite one? But, like, every song has that, like, when you put yourself into every song, like, even if you think the idea sucks, like, you still worked really hard on it, right? You still did that. You still made that song. You still put, and I know you're someone that puts your emotion into it, whether you end up keeping it or not. Like, you put that shit, you work on that shit.
I do. It's like
and so, like, but it's what like it's like when you release it. It's when you release it. Someone out there will find it enjoyable. Someone out there, even if it's not yourself.
I think I've just been in the wrong. I've been in the wrong headspace this entire for the longest time, for like this whole 5 years. I mean, 2015 I was doing better, and 2016 I put out a song. I know
Dude,
there's
you
some
I
artists who
I
put
there
out,
was a
like,
point where you
single
had
year.
like multiple songs out. It was lit.
Well,
No,
I had the
I've
tribute.
been
I
here,
don't
and
have.
dude, you've seen me struggling too. You've seen me struggling in my own ways.
Yeah.
You, we all go through our own battles, my friend. Yeah, Mister, get himself banned on Twitter.
You try to cancel yourself. I'm like,
I really
alright,
did.
dude. All right.
You knew what I was doing. You knew what I was doing.
I guess. I was like, do you mind if we talk about that for a second? Is that like,
Dude, I was literally, my mindset was, bro, I'm gonna
Keep it
cancel
real.
myself before anyone else can. Like,
all right.
it
I'm
was.
gonna make this real short, okay? I simultaneously, like at the same time, I like to be an empathetic person, so I understand that like offending people, like I would not have thought about that as hard before, but after seeing so many instances of like people canceling someone else, I learned something, and it's not that I like cancel culture at all. It's actually more so that if you have an opportunity to be empathetic to somebody, you should be, and especially when like someone's genuinely talking to you. Cancel culture is not like that. Cancel culture is not someone, like, it doesn't start in a genuine place. Somebody's out to get you
Yeah.
on the internet. It's real easy to try to cancel someone. And when you see the wording of how someone says something, I feel like it's easy to detect. So I mean, like, I guess getting canceled doesn't really matter.
But it means that someone's after you. So canceling myself would mean I am out to get myself.
You cancel. You are out to get yourself.
It is my own. I was my own greatest enemy.
Yeah.
And that's something
Very
I've come to
toxic.
realize. I've realized that, and I know that's like a very cheesy philosophical statement, but like I have kind of realized that in the past I've been my biggest obstacle.
That's actually, no, that's pretty deep. Like, if you say it like, I'm my biggest obstacle, true, not deep. But if you say you're out to get you,
I'm out to
that's
get myself.
that's deep. Like, I feel that way sometimes too.
I'm calling my manager, which is myself.
I will literally go through my head thinking, like, let's say I like walk down the house and like, I don't know, I step on an ant.
Oh,
Right? I'll just go through this whole weird, like, what would people say if they knew I stepped on an ant? That's a bad
Yeah.
example because
I know
really
what you
don't
mean.
think people care about ants that much. Like, not as much as
But
like
like,
a dog.
what if it was like a mouse, or like you hit it? If you hit an animal, you
yeah,
didn't
what if
slow
it was
down.
yeah, because like they try to cancel Logan Paul over that. But the point is like, I'm the one in my head canceling myself. No one's actually doing. So I'm the one in my head going like, oh, you must feel like a really horrible person, don't you? And
Yeah.
I'm like, stop telling me that. And then I'm like, why am I arguing with myself?
Every time you have to stop for a second. You're just like, dude, am I really doing this right now? Like, are we going through this? All right. Let me bring the heat out, and then you pull up the two debaters on each side. It's like, here are all the reasons why Zuko is a egotistical piece of shit
Trash.
and just garbage. And then you got the
Yes.
one dude who comes in and is like, all right, you got some good points, but here, let me defend him a little bit here. I feel like that's actually what goes on in a lot of people's minds, though.
You know, and what's funny is that sometimes it's not even like a really nice debate. Most of the time, I will make this whole argument in my head.
It can get
like,
one-sided, man.
I will make a whole argument in my head, like, you know, like, well, I didn't, you know, I don't hate ants and or whatever, and then blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean to. And then I'll just have someone in the back of my head go, you hate animals. And then I'll be like, oh, you're right.
Woo, yeah! Woo, yeah!
And then I'm just like, it's like, why do I believe my own bad argument?
Yeah,
Trump.
it's a really, dude, that's...
Why are Trump supporters arguing with me in my head? Why are they there?
Yeah.
Why am
Why am I manifesting these Trump
I need
supporters
to
right now?
I need a different audience of shitheads.
Yeah, I need a different peanut gallery. Can I?
Yeah. Well, I don't want Trump supporters yelling at me. That would just annoy me. I wouldn't even argue with them.
Oh my
I'm like,
god,
there's
they
no
have air
point.
horns. They have every time you're trying to speak, you just hear. "Er."
Or I'll just have like Ben Shapiro yell at me like,
That dude can shut you down, man. And he'll just completely shut you down. You'll be like, God, you're not wrong, Ben Shapiro. God,
you're not wrong, but you're not right fully. Like,
it's like, what is Ben Shapiro? He just rubs me the wrong way, man. Because his arguments are so sound. His arguments are valid points. But it's like, what are you voting? What are you rooting for? What is your goal here?
What
Are you working to divide us?
Well, yeah, I watched a video recently that explained why. Like, why is Ben Shapiro wrong, but why does he feel right? And it's really it's because of tactics, all tactics.
Yeah.
It's all about fallacy. You'll use a fallacy, but you'll use it with such a good execution that the person you're talking to can't really argue with you because they don't know the same tactics that you're using. But
right. It's just because they don't have a better argument at that very moment because of your wit doesn't mean that they can't.
Yeah, because you're like
you're just dumbfounded.
Saying words at them. You're like he
he's
Ben
just
Shapiro's
you're getting annihilated in the heat of the moment.
Identifying a gender.
Gender
he was like,
gender politics. Oh, that's a good one.
Someone was like, well, I don't know what their point was. They were pro identifying different gender, and he was just like, can I say I'm 61? I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but something like that.
So, like a joke.
I'm gonna
like,
Google it really quick.
Like,
Ben Shapiro, can I say I'm
real quick, as I do want to cut this off at the hour mark because the rendering becomes a nightmare after 1 hour. I have to but dude, like just a heads up, this podcast will be it goes to my 6 podcast viewers, patrons, my zealot friends on Patreon, and they are it's a bi-daily, so it's every other day I post this shit. So like, my friend, I'd look forward to speaking more on the podcast. We're making an EP, guys. We're making an EP. We may we may talk about more of that EP on here, maybe in private. It depends on how much we want to share.
I'm gonna have a better skin then. This is really old, but yeah.
Bro, get in Zuko's world. It's fun as shit here. We just having fun. Bro.
You don't get to hear anything we're about to talk about. Like, get out of here. Beehive camera.
Beehive cam, dude. That's like a 1950s camera. That's like it does kind of look like a beehive. Yo, look at this honeycomb. Look at this dumbass looking motherfucking camera right here in the corner.
I can put my mouth on it and honey will come out.
Oh.
I don't know how that works.
All right, so we're gonna end off. We're gonna end it off here. Is there anything you want to shout out, or are you were about to say something about Ben Shapiro? Do you want to finish that real quick?
No, I don't want to talk any more about Ben Shapiro.
Understandable.
Yeah. Sorry. Trash.
Yeah. Overall,
Well, trash. Everybody sucks. So do I. But
no, yeah, I think everybody can definitely be. Yeah, no, there's you can give anyone a good or bad rap. Words can spin anything in any direction, my friend. JFK Jr. is alive. Time travel exists. This has been the ZukoCast, again with DeathRepelled, aka Cody King, aspiring music maker. Let's get out of here, my friend. We don't need these dudes no more. Peace.
Y'all are trash.